Right, I'd like to move on to equipment that you will need for pruning your roses. The first videos that I've made have all been about preparation and getting yourself sorted. The next thing is to choose your weaponry. Make sure that you choose something that you are confident with, something you feel sits in your hand well. For me, this is not a paid for presentation. I only ever use Felco secateurs, and I'm not going to admit to what I actually use these for all over the place. They go far above and beyond pruning a piece of equipment. I am never happy unless I am holstered. I carry them everywhere. And for those of you that joined us in the garden when we opened the garden this summer, you would have noticed that I do not go anywhere without my secateurs. For me, it is a Falco number 8. These are aimed at those of us with slightly larger hands. I've also used a Falco number 7 in the past, which is the one with the rolling handle. There's two forms of pruning implement that are available. When it comes to secateurs, you have the anvil type and you also have the bypass secateur. Now, I always choose Falco. These are made from Swiss steel. They take a huge amount of punishment. You will also need a pair of loppers. As your roses age and they get into their teens, 10, 11, 12 years old, they're going to start putting on really strong woody stems, thicker than your thumb or thicker than your finger. So attacking them with a decent pair of loppers is also ideal. I use 2 pairs. This one is really quite large and meaty, and a smaller sort of pointy pair to get right inside. These are ultra lightweight, so really good for getting right into the rose bush itself. You must keep these items clean, lubricating them well with WD-40. Putting them through disinfectant to make sure you're not transmitting infection from one plant to another, and keeping them really sharp. There are lots of lovely sharpening tools available for you that you can use. Some lovely sets that maybe Christmas is coming up, you could treat yourself to, but you should keep them clean and you should keep them sharp. If you do cut yourself, you do not want to be cutting yourself with something that's blunt and something that's rusty. You want a nice clean cut, and the same goes for pruning. So for me, it is always the Falco. Slightly on the expensive side, these are the upper range of the pruning implements, but they are well worth the money and they take the punishment. So the next video that's going to come up to you is a little bit of personal advice from myself.